everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Okay, today's message is, don't play his games. Don't play his games. Okay, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. And welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go to the description all the way to the bottom, and you'll see a link that says online store. Just click on that link, and there you have it. Okay, now it's time for today's affirmation. And here it is. I am creating healthy boundaries based on self-love and self-care. All right, let this go deep down into your soul. I am creating healthy boundaries based on self-love and self-care. Okay, I think my hat today says, love yourself. Love yourself first. Okay, let this affirmation be in your heart throughout your day. And have happy thoughts and positive thoughts throughout your day. So let's say it again. I am creating healthy boundaries based on self-love and self-care. All right, ladies. Now, to show my appreciation to you for your support on this channel, I will be giving away this deck to some lucky subscriber. Now, there's someone out there who's jumping the gun and telling folks that they are the winner. Disregard that. I will be randomly choosing a winner to receive this deck once the channel reaches 100,000 subscribers. So those of you who are getting contacted, you can look. If we're not at 100,000 subscribers, you know that that notification is bogus. You know, I don't know why people do things like this. I don't understand. Maybe they just don't have enough to do in their lives. But in any regard, I will be choosing one of you subscribers to receive this special gift. These are 53 affirmation cards for you. Okay, and this is the deck that I have been using for our daily affirmations. Okay, now once the channel reaches the 100,000 subscribers, I will be announcing the winner on the channel here. Okay, this is one way you can tell if you've won. If we have reached 100,000 subscribers and I say your name. Okay, if you don't hear me say your name, disregard any kind of notifications you get. All right, okay, I hope that you understand that, and I really hope it helps. Okay, let's dive into the message today. Don't play his games. You know, men play a lot of games. A lot of games. And these games hurt us because we go into these situations with men wanting to love them and care for them. But men have all kind of games they play to get what they want out of you. and maybe their intentions are not the same as your intentions. You see, your intentions may be that you're looking for a relationship. His intentions may be that he just wants sex. Okay? And that's where the games come in. Don't play his game. Just because a man played a game on you, don't turn around and try to play that same game on someone else. Okay? Because remember, there's such a thing as karma. And whatever you put out is going to come back to you. All right? So let's dive into our first letter and see what she says. Okay. This young lady has entitled her letter, Trying to Love Too. Okay. I am a 68-year-old divorced woman. I have been divorced since 1986. I have 2 grown daughters. I always had a good job, and I took care of my daughters since they were 9 and 12 years old. I got a little child support since I had a good job, and my ex-husband had a good job, and he lied about his income. I guess that's why you got a little child support, because he lied about how much he makes. Okay. And really, you know what? I don't know why men do that. Because now this is a note for the men who are paying child support, or who have a fear of paying child support. Listen. That's your child. That's your seed that you planted in that woman. Okay? Which means that, don't you want your seed to have everything that you didn't have growing up? See, many times, men, you don't look at it like that. When you're asked to pay child support, you're looking at it like you're giving the mother something. You understand? Actually, you're giving it to your child, because the better life that the mother has means the better life that your child will have. Men, you need to understand this. So don't quench or draw back or be cheap when it comes to child support, because your child is benefiting from anything that mother has. If the mother is living in poverty, guess what? Your child is going to be in poverty. But if you take care and pay your child support to the mother, your child will have a better life. Do you understand this, men? Okay, because I know men will run from that thing, child support, and they'll lie about their income because they don't want to pay it. They believe that they're helping the mother out. Listen, you're helping your child out when you pay child support, and you need to understand this. The better living that the mother has, the better living that she will be able to provide for your child. Okay? Man, I need for you to understand that. Okay. He is 66 years old and has 3 grown children. He is nothing like my ex. All right, wait a minute. Let's go back. Okay, you say you didn't get much from the child support. All right. I met a nice man through one of my ex-boyfriends. He is 66 years old and has 3 grown children. He is nothing like my ex. My ex is real popular, attractive, always called me a bitch when he was drinking alcohol. Oh, he sounds like a peach. Really. I don't know why we are still friends for over 23 years. I was hesitant about dating him, but he is nothing like my ex. He is nice, quiet, generous, and very thoughtful. He is retired, has a 401k, pension, and Social Security. I am retired from my good job, and I just started working at a supermarket last year. I am off on leave due to surgery. The only thing I don't like about him is he likes to watch scary movies. People getting killed, monsters chewing up people, ghosts, etc. Well, to each his own. I generally like to go to concerts, boat rides, plays, comedy, and fun things. Since my surgery, I am stuck watching movies. He lets me watch a comedy every once in a while. Okay, let's stop here. Okay, let's put the brakes on here. Okay, you are just dating this man, if I understand it correctly. And you made a statement here and says that he lets you watch comedy every once in a while? Okay, wait a minute. Is he coming to your house or you're going to his house? Okay, you didn't say in the letter that you were living together. Okay, but I'm just going to go with what you said in the letter. Why is he letting you? He already has control over what you do? Is this what you're saying? You have already given this man control over you. Okay, let's see what else you say. I have another friend I met in junior high school. He was in 7th grade and I was in the 7th grade and he was in the 8th, and very attractive. We dated in school and I do not know how exactly what happened, but we ended up dating other people and I got pregnant in the 11th grade by someone else. I finished school, had a shotgun wedding. My husband was mean, a cheater, and abusive. He wasn't like that when we were dating. Of course not. Of course not. You had a shotgun wedding. You got married just like that. You see? So, of course, you didn't even have a chance to get to know what he was like in the beginning. The other friend is 69 years old, never been married, and has a son. Okay, all right, let's get this straightened out. The 69-year-old has a bachelor's degree, does taxes, and have a couple of part-time jobs. I guess he's not making enough doing taxes. So when it's not tax season, he does a lot of part-time work. We have been seeing each other monogamously, but he says he doesn't want a committed relationship because he has to get his finances together and his family and career takes up a lot of his time. Okay, so he's saying that he has to get his finances together and take care of his family, which I guess you say he's never been married, but he has a son. Is that the family he's talking about? Okay. He says he loves me and I love him. He cannot find time to be with me, especially during tax season. Since my surgery, he has been visiting me more. And I was hoping that he and the 66-year-old would not run into each other. Okay, all right, let me get this straight in my mind. The 66-year-old was the one that is retired and has the pension and has the security, but he's the one that likes to watch the scary movies. That's the problem that you having with the 66-year-old, okay? That he wanted to watch scary movies and you don't. All right, with the 69-year-old person, he's a tax preparer, consultant. And apparently he's not making that much money with his taxes because he has all these other part-time jobs. All right, and plus, he doesn't spend that much time with you during tax season. The 69-year-old also says he doesn't want a committed relationship. And the excuse that he gives you is because he can't afford it. Okay. The 69-year-old lives in his deceased parents' home, which his family is selling. Okay, so soon he'll be out of a home, the 69-year-old. He said he would like to rent a room from me. That would be a terrible idea. My 66-year-old friend and I both own homes in different suburbs outside of Cleveland, Ohio. He sounds like a better deal because he sounds more financially stable than the 69-year-old. Okay? The 66-year-old, the one that has his own home, is the better choice. Okay. Let's see what you say. Also, the 69-year-old has erectile dysfunction. You know, it's a few strikes against the 69-year-old. And he is seeing a urologist. My 66-year-old and I never had sex. We have been dating since March. Although we met New Year's Eve, I told the 69-year-old about the 66-year-old, and all he said is that he wants me to be happy. He looks like a nice guy. What should a girl do? My advice is to let go of the 69-year-old, period. Okay, he can't afford you. He already said that he doesn't want a committed relationship, so why hang on to him? He can't do anything for you, and he is not doing anything for you. Okay? The 66-year-old sounds like a better catch from your letter. Okay? But my advice to you is stop playing games with both of these men, because you would end up losing both of them. Okay, in the end. Stop playing these games. You understand? Stop playing these games. You know that the 69-year-old can't do anything for you. The 66-year-old sounds like a better catch. But, you know, if your only complaint about the 66-year-old is watching TV or movies or whatever, buy another TV. You understand? You buy your TV, you can watch what you want. He can watch what he wants on his TV. You understand? That can easily be fixed. You don't have to sit there and watch what he wants. You understand? These things can be worked out. Now, let me see. You said that you hadn't had sex with the 66-year-old. I think that's a good thing, because the 66-year-old is taking his time with you. Now, you do say in your letter that the 66-year-old he's a very nice guy. So, if your only gripe with him is about watching TV, that's nothing. That can easily be fixed. Okay? But in your letter, you say, he let me buy another TV. He can't let you. You watch what you want to watch. You understand? Now, if he's controlling, that's a different thing. If the 66-year-old is controlling, that's a different thing. And that's the only thing that you said about him that sounded a little controlling when you said that he lets you. Okay? Because you don't want to be under anybody's control. But from your letter, it sounds like the 66-year-old is a better catch because he has what you has. You have your own home. He has his own home. 69, no, he doesn't have a place, and he's going to be looking for a place real soon. Do not allow this man to move in with you. That would be a huge mistake. Okay? And you know what? Why don't you let him go so that you don't mess it up with the 66-year-old? You understand? From your letter, I'm going to tell you something. Many times when we juggle two people like this, it's because we really don't care for either one. You understand? We just like having somebody who's checking up on us. We like that. Just to have somebody who's going to check up on you once in a while. That's what you like. That's why you juggle. But that's a man's game. Don't play a man's game, because it's going to backfire on you. Okay? You're going to end up being the loser if you keep playing these kind of games. And this is what I want you to understand. Okay? Don't juggle people. Be honest and forthright. If you want someone to be honest with you, then you have to be honest with them. And the only reason that you would have told the 69-year-old about the 66-year-old, because you thought that that would make him either jealous or jolt him into wanting you more. Okay, but he told you, be happy. Be happy. You weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting that. He showed you right there. He's not trying to commit to you. He told you to be happy. And that the other guy sounds like a nice guy. And he does from your letter. But it must be something else about the other guy that you don't quite like. Okay? Because you did mention that your ex was real popular and attractive. Maybe the 66-year-old is not as popular or attractive as your ex was. You're comparing these people to your ex. And if neither one is suitable for you, you should let them both go. It's not fair to play with people's feelings. Okay? If you don't care for them, let them go. All right? Because remember, what you put out, you're going to get back. So if you play these two men against each other, somebody is going to do the same thing to you. You can't avoid it. You cannot avoid it. And it will happen when you least expect it. You see, it'll happen when you're really falling for somebody. And then he'll play you just like you've been playing these men. People, realize that this is all spiritual and it's about your energy. It's about what you put out, you will receive back. So just be careful about what you do in your life. Be careful about the way that you treat other people, because it's going to come back to you. Okay? I hope that you understand that, and I really hope it helps. Now, we do have another short letter here, and let's see what she says. She entitled her letter, Silence of a Man. Okay, she starts off with the question. If you've been in a relationship with a man for 5 years and he goes silent on you and won't talk to you, why is this? Been friends since childhood and now this. Okay, first of all, check on him and make sure that he can still talk. Maybe he had a stroke or something. Maybe something's wrong here. He can't talk anymore. If he can still communicate, well then, have a conversation with him and see where his mind is. Okay? If you are in a committed relationship with this man for 5 years, well then I don't see why you can't sit down and talk with him and find out what's going on. Okay? Now, if you've been just in a situation with him, he could just be dumping you. And that's why he's not saying anything. You know, you didn't say how old you were, and that can make a difference. You see, because there are men out here, and I think it's mostly the younger men. Sometimes they don't know how to break up, so they'll just cut you off. They'll just cut you off, okay? Maybe that's what's going on here. But my advice to you is to talk to him and find out where you stand with him, okay? Just lay your cards out on the table. You say you've been in a relationship for 5 years. Then it shouldn't be an issue that you both can sit down and decide what's what. If it's a breakup, but then at least you know. Okay? So I hope that you understand that message. And I really hope it helps. But you need to talk to him and find out what's really going on there. All right. Okay. I hope that you understand the message today. Don't play the games that men play. Don't do it, because you will only working against your own happiness if you do that. You see? Because remember, the energy that you put out into the universe is the energy that is coming right back to you. So, well, you want to put love out, so love will come back to you. Okay? So don't play these games with people. Okay? Don't play these games, because games will come right back to you. All right. I hope that you understand, and I really hope this message helps someone. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter, and I will comply. I want to thank you all for supporting this channel. I want to thank you for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you for those that leave a donation. I really appreciate you all. I wish you all well, and I really hope to see you next time.